السلام لكم ولكم مني السلام. اهلا وسهلا بكم اصدقائي الاعزاء في قناه عائدون، قناه المحبه والسلام لسوريا والعالم. لكم من بركين وقفه احتجاجيه لجماهير ليفربول.
And it's supplemented with some superannuation, which I regard as deferred wages. So I've received my LGPS local government pension scheme pension in good faith. LGPS, I thought, will look after the fund, and it links me with all the residents of Wirral and our council, together with my neighbours in Liverpool, Knowsley, St Helens, Sefton, and now I believe Hull. So that's several thousand fellow workers and their families. Just think for a minute about the responsibility, therefore, of the members of this committee. My best guess is that 99% of these neighbours would not delight in the complicity of our LGPS committee in our pension sourced from LGPS holdings in companies who profit from the use of products deliberately, and I repeat, deliberately made on purpose to kill people. This situation is what troubles my conscience. How about my neighbours who collectively benefit like me? And crucially, how about the committee members in here, those members who have not yet decided, after all the evidence we have witnessed every single day, they have not yet decided to divest our, and I stress our, LGPS investments totally from those companies. I am profoundly troubled if this leads me to question, am I complicit in this anti-human injustice? And if the answer is a resounding no, of course not, what then? Think about that for a moment. You may think these are big questions, and too many of them. For me, the answer is relatively simple. I will not be silent when I witness injustice and inhuman mistreatment. I will stand alongside all who do likewise, whatever is happening here in Wirral and beyond, whatever turbulence there is elsewhere in our world, on the one planet to share for all. I will not lose sight of the Palestinian people, and this is my joy: Palestine will be free.
That's great. I will ask Joe in a moment, but I'd like to know, is there anyone else here who is a member of the pension scheme who might like to say a few words? Anyone?
Yeah, Greg, I will.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Hello, I've got nothing written down and prepared here, but I'm angered. I've been paying into the Merseyside Pension Fund for over 30 years. Understanding the makeshift hospitals, my money being used to bomb people living in tents, setting people on fire. I do not want my money used for that. So yes, Merseyside Pension Fund, I pay into that. That is my money, and I do not want my money being used to kill innocent people or fund a genocide. So listen to us, and if you think there's not enough of us, well, you haven't even asked us, so try asking us. And that's what we will be saying. Now, I know some people say, well, they need to invest in that. It gives us a good return, the bombs industry, the arms trade. So you might get a bigger pension. Well, I'm sorry. What matters more to me is ethical investments, not killing people. That's not where I want my money to go. Thank you.
Like to be huge oratory, just tell us how you feel about it. Anyone?
Thanks very much. I'm so pleased that every single one of you have come out today. It matters to me a lot. And there's many of you that wants to come in and sit in the public gallery. It counts. They'll dismiss you, they'll diminish you, they'll deny you, but it counts because you're here. And that matters, and it shows that it's a matter of public importance, and it matters to the members of the pension fund, as Karen and my mum Rika so well said, and it matters to our trade union branches. It's really good to see Unite, Unison, AU, RMT and other trade unions here today. Unison's position on Gaza is pretty much the same as the Green Party's position, and it's telling that the unions and the Green Parties are in agreement on that, and the Labour Party is out of step. We need to be still asking our trade unions to consider paying money to the Labour Party that is supporting genocide in Gaza. That needs to be reconsidered, in my view. So it's not going to be pretty today in the Pensions Committee. Greg's question is being denied by the Chair. It's a reasonable question. I've asked for it to be asked. The Chair's going to deny it, and it's up to you how you respond to that. You've got options and choices how you respond. The motion that's coming to the committee is about as weak as you can get. It's like taking 1 millimetre step forward. It's saying that the committee will vote whether or not to cease investments in companies that are selling and supplying prohibited weapons, things like cluster bombs and landmines, chemical and biological weapons. The UK government has signed up to the treaties banning those weapons, and it's just saying that the pension companies should divest from those companies. The small step forward in that is that it's the first divestment from arms companies ever that this pension fund will ever decide to do. It's not very practical. There's maybe one or two, maybe one company that will be divested from, but that's one more than none. And we'll see if the other parties can vote for any kind of divestment or not. We might be moving a Green amendment. We'll play that by ear. We know that whatever happens tonight, this pension fund will continue to invest in arms companies that are supplying Israel for the foreseeable future, including Teledyne. Teledyne have a factory in Bromra, the ward I'm elected to represent. The Teledyne factory that Palestine actionists took direct action against a few months ago. They didn't hurt anybody. They climbed onto the roof and they damaged part of the factory and took direct action because it was needed. And we also know that this Labour government has suspended 30 arms export licences to Israel out of about 300. A tiny step again. The government have not released the list of arms export licences that they have suspended, so we don't know which licences they are. We don't know which companies.
I do outreach and community support. I just want to say I think Greg is very sweet and too kind, thinking that the councillors may not realise what their decisions are doing to the arms industry and what they're doing, to the Palestinians. If anything, they're really quite calculated. I've been in the council meeting before, and they make lovely statements acknowledging the need for a ceasefire, acknowledging the atrocities over there, but then they all went ahead and voted against a ceasefire, and then they pretend but they do want a ceasefire. their words mean nothing to us. It's their actions that matter, and what they're doing is very well backing the genocide. And I've had conversations in the community with people who still seem surprised that our Labour councillors and MPs are backing a genocide. It's like, but they know these people, they just look like you and me. You wouldn't know to speak with them that they're backing a genocide. I said, but yes, they're councillors, they're Labour councillors. If they're not speaking up against the genocide, then they are supporting Keir Starmer, and Keir Starmer is most definitely backing a genocide. So we need to put the pressure on the councillors, challenge them. I, for one, because I organise so many different community events, I've stopped inviting them. They're welcome to come to the events if they want to, but I don't need them to turn up for photo ops and pretend to be doing something for us. So I think we need to we need to behave in a way that reflects that we don't trust them, and they're certainly they've lost my trust and my respect. So until they do something different, I'm going to shun them. I'm going to treat them with the disdain that they deserve, I think.
Thank you, Fiona. I think this has been a very, very long, slow process, and we're not getting anywhere. Whatever happens tonight actually is a step backwards, but I have to say we have a huge support now in Unison, which is fantastic. Most of the Merseyside Pension Fund members are actually people in Unison. That's where the majority of them are. And thank you, Unison, for really supporting this campaign and carrying on building it and building it. It will get bigger and bigger, hopefully through those networks. We also need to do that. You may have heard that in Waltham Forest, they got some movement and divestment in their pension scheme. And one of the ways we looked at that to see what can we do that's like them. Now, we've got a hard copy petition, which is how they got 3,000 signatures and got a bit of movement. So we need to get this petition with thousands and thousands of signatures. Well, there are other petitions. There's the online petition that Liverpool Friends of Palestine have, which you can look at the tiny URL and log on to it. It's on our leaflets. I've got the leaflets here if you want that address. And there's also the Unison petition, which has been online letter petition. There has been one in the last few years. That is being updated, and including arms and things in what it talks about, and hopefully that will get a big response from Unison. We are going to go in soon into there. I've just been told that there is a waiting room if people want to go in early, but before we do that, and people, not everybody may want to go in, I have got the hard copy petition here. Please come and sign it. We've very quickly got 100 signatures already. Let's make it, however many are here tonight. If you haven't signed it, please come and sign it now. Thank you.
Okay, that's great. Mel, do you want to say something?
Just really quick.
Go on then.
I'm not really going to say too much, honestly. I just want to say that any Unison members, if you don't know, there is an online meeting tomorrow for Unison branches that are campaigning with regard to the divestment. I can send you the details if anyone wants to grab me if they haven't already got them. You do need to register, but if you don't get the link, I can send it to you anyway. All right.
Great. Okay, I think what we'll do is to set up a little picket line over there. You can't come into the meeting without signing the petition, is the way it works. Okay. Anybody else want to say something? No? Okay. All right, get signing. Thanks, everybody.
هكذا نقلنا لكم مقطع احتجاجية على تسليح إسرائيل. هذه الوقفة في منطقة باركنهيد.
It's a nice place as well.
Very
السلام لكم ولكم من السلام. إلى اللقاء.